Darling in the Franxx is a 15-episode long anime series, and no one can convince me otherwise. That being said, it's actually 24 episodes long, and I'm just salty. It's not like I hate the show or anything. In fact, it's probably one of the better anime I've seen recently, which isn't a very high bar, honestly. It's just that at the beginning it was really promising, and it had an interesting concept. And then a little thing called pacing showed up and decided to fuck with our minds. In the last couple of episodes, so many things happened all at once, and it felt like my brain was getting pile-drived by a fucking flesh mech. Not that I'd complain if that were to happen. The best way I can describe Darling in the Franxx is that it's like Eva, but Shinji actually wanted to get in the mech.
Shinji, crank that soldier boy!
Okay, Asuka.
So to start off, we're put in a world where humanity has been brought to the brink of complete annihilation, being under constant threat from the Klaxosaurs, an ancient race of aliens bent on destroying the humans. In this world, there aren't any children, save for the parasites, a group of kids grown specifically to pilot the Franxx mechs designed specifically to fight the Klaxosaur. Is this sounding confusing at all to you yet? Oh, just you wait. So for the parasites to control the Franxx, they engage in definitely not sex, it's sex, and it's definitely not weird, and you shouldn't think about it at every waking moment of your life. Hero, one of the most promising parasites, is having trouble getting it up, being able to sync with his female co-pilot. That is, until he meets 02, a half-human, half-Klaxosaur hybrid. I guess she's his type or something, and he can finally pilot a Franxx again. Get all that? That's just episode 1. Seeing as anime reviews are meant to be 3 to 5 minutes long, we're gonna go at supersonic speeds from here on out. Something Ichigo is a bitch. Something the government is controlled by evil people. Something why don't we parasites get to become adults? Are we killed? Yes. Does 02 have good intent? No. Are Franxx just Klaxosaur? Yes. Guys, come on, this definitely isn't Evangelion. There are like 20 different subplots in this show, and honestly, it gives me a headache to think about. Let's start with the relationship between Hero and 02. Now, spoilers. 02 is a clone of the Klaxosaur princess, and Hero met her when they were both children. They ran away together and grew close, but soon after they were both caught. Hero's memory was erased, and 02 was taken away from him. From this point on, it's been 02's goal to find her darling, and every subsequent pilot she syncs with, she pretty much sucks dry. Little does she know she's reunited with Hero, but somehow doesn't recognize him. She intends on devouring him as well, but then when she finds out that it's been him the whole time, she expects him to take him back, and you better believe he does. I honestly like the backstory between the two, and young 02 is probably my favorite character in the whole show. One part of the show that bugs the ever-living fuck out of me is, well, all the other characters. It's creepy how much Dr. Franxx is into the Klaxosaur Queen. It's creepy watching these kids go through puberty and they marry each other and have kids, and then go into crazy-ass space combat not even a week later. Yeah, I can't overlook the final arc of the show. In the last, 5 episodes, it's revealed that the government isn't just evil, it's controlled by aliens. So now we gotta work with the very Klaxosaur we've been fighting the whole time. And we need to go to space and have mech battles before they invade the planet. And 02 somehow turns into a giant fleshy Gundam, and while I'm not complaining about the visuals, I am absolutely complaining about the logistics of it. How? Giganticism fetishes aside, I'm just very confused. The show would have been better off fighting a corrupt government, but instead it's a bunch of omnipresent beings who are trying to take over the whole universe, and yeah, I revert back to my statement about this show being only 15 episodes long. We simply don't need the other ones. And when we get to the end, there's a happy ending and everything, but it just feels wrong. The show really did start out strong, but it fell flat onto its face right at the finish line. It just bugs me that it could have been so much better than it ended up. And now don't get me wrong, the show is absolutely worth watching, and I would go as far as to say that it's better than what most people say. But if you're looking for a good mech show, watch Evangelion, watch Gurren Lagann, watch Gundam for God's sake. If you like waifus and unsatisfying endings, then Darling in the Franxx is probably for you. Overall, I don't think Darling in the Franxx is bad, it's just meh.